Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades 2, where today we are going to learn something. We're taking 2 levels of the Vow of Rivals upward for the first time, and our goal here is to clear Eris. I'll feel real accomplished if we do manage to just put that much together, because I do think it's going to be kind of a nightmare. The question here is, which aspect of the axe do we want to rock with? Do we want to... We have the materials to just push the aspect of Melanoe all the way up to max rank. And while it's maybe a little bit boring, it is certainly effective, right? Like getting that much extra max life to start with, and then just what if just hit real hard. The aspect of Charon does have a very different playstyle than the one that we used last time we cleared with the axe. And I guess there's something to be said for that. Yeah, I mean, we gotta try stuff, right? We gotta try stuff. I can level this up twice.
Show me your true strength.
Okay, so cast erupts like a stronger Omega cast if struck by your Omega special. I do wish that was worded a little bit differently, because like if you have a boon that only affects your Omega cast, will it go off when you throw your Omega special into your normal cast? It says like. There's a lot of room for interpretation around like. But let's... So we just put down the normal cast, and then... Okay, you can't shortcut that. Apparently you do actually have to charge that one all the way up or it won't throw.
Got all your magic back.
It's kind of hard to hit. Kind of hard to hit it actually, given the amount of time. Okay, you can see the gold effect come out of it. That's pretty cool. It's tough though. Yeah, without something that speeds up the speed of your Omega charge, it's actually seeming pretty challenging to get the charge done in time. You're struck by your Omega special. So yeah, you almost have to do it just right then and there. Unless. So we don't currently have Eternity. Was there a card that affects the speed of your charging, or is that just... I mean, there's a boon that does it for sure. So everything moves slower for 0.8 seconds. This probably would make it easier to hit. If we were going to drop 3 points for that, what would those 3 points be? They'd be like, I mean, we could drop champions and grab that plus something. It is worth noting that Eternity also gets us the moon, and the moon is very good. Yeah, like if we went Eternity and Messenger, it's at the very least very easy to experiment with it right here. I kind of forgot that was going to break Divinity, but then we claimed the whole top row. So let's see if this works the way I want it to. Okay, still gotta hold it the whole time. No, it does seem like the amount of time between the cast going down and it actually exploding is still the same. Right, like in theory it's supposed to be slower, but I'm not sure that it is. I'm not sure that it's actually working that way. Oh, no, I think it would. Okay.
Must go.
I think part of what's going on here is that it's getting detonated. Yeah, it's getting detonated early by the first strike of the axe, even when the axe hasn't hit it yet, because of the big area around the axe strike. And so I'm thinking that it's ending early when in fact it is detonating with the thing. I think the key to look out for is we got to watch for the money, right? So if I turn this stuff back on, sorry I'm taking so long with this. I just want to make sure that I understand how to use this thing. So yeah, we get the coins when it works like that. Let's do it from like very far away. Okay, it looks like it has time to charge. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't get hit by the first circle. It looks like it's fine. Actually, I'm a little too worried. So with that, I think the next thing that we need to decide is, first of all, first keepsake. I don't know that this is a money thing. I mean, it could be crystal figurine. It could be concave stone. Concave stone might level up if we take it, which would be nice, I suppose. It's pretty early in the run, so getting an extra boon is certainly helpful. Yeah, maybe we start with the stone. And who's coming with us? Probably the cat, right? So Hecuba gives us bonus max magic and sometimes digs up extra HP.
Onward, Rocky.
What is the bird? The bird gives us some crit chance. Yeah, as far as just improving my ability to learn the fight, which is to say giving me extra time to learn the fight, this is, I think, the way to go. Ooh, all right. It's going to be a challenge for sure.
Into the cold.
So we need to find a source of gain early so that we can so that we can do our big expensive 30 cost Omega all the time.
We shall see to it that the rightful queen and king of the Underworld retake their throne. Her father I knew only from Nyx's account, though I would see your mother when she visited Olympus. You have her regal bearing, little star.
That's very sweet. I don't know that it's the thing we need to be focusing on right now. Phase shift is like kind of fine. It takes some doing to get Twilight Curse up to being a good boss fighting tool, and I don't know that we'll have the time. But phase shift is at least gonna,
Shift.
the slow is at least gonna work. Okay, really annoying how these enemies always like survive the combo with 1 health. Alright, pretty eager for Hermes' intervention here, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of good stuff we could get here, and an echo pull here might be totally reasonable.
Should be resting easy in your father's care, but Gramps shut it all down, flung open the Underworld's gates, and here we are. If I were dead, I'd be mad too.
Okay, their anger's a little misplaced, though. So, I mean, attack faster is certainly good. I might go for a reroll here, because what I'd really like to see is the Omega charging boon.
Let's do it.
Unfortunately, we do not get it. Yeah, no, this is rough. Okay, I mean, hasty retreat will not be as good as we're used to. As good as we're used to during our difficult fights, but it's something. And again, I was still kind of hoping that the stone was going to go off.
The main square.
Okay, where are we? I should survey. Okay, hammer, double heart, trip to Medea. What are we really looking for? We're talking about detonating our casts early, so stuff that's really compelling when the enemies just stand in the whole cast is a little bit less valuable, like the Hephaestus or the Hestia Scorch cast. Things where they fire when your Omega cast blows up are really good. I'm kind of blanking on who has those right now. Let's go get the hearts. We're going to get the hearts. We're going to get the hammer. Let's do that, and then we'll
Barrier's back up.
figure stuff out from there. Hopefully that's enough damage. Okay. God, these things have a lot of health for something you encounter in the first couple of rooms. Okay, and the hammer was... Where the hell's the hammer? Nope. Where in the hell? Okay, it's all the way down.
Time sign there.
God, it takes like a calendar year for that Omega to... for the Omega special to charge up.
Out of there.
Okay, still more of them. It's like I never even killed him.
And now for you.
Fighting these enemies sucks a lot. Omega attack fires around you, leaving you free to move and strike at the same time. Pretty cool. Special strikes farther ahead and deals massive bonus damage. I mean, the Siege Shredder seems like a winner, right? Especially because the 150% damage has got to factor into... I guess it doesn't have to. I've kind of always assumed that the damage dealt by the Omega version of an attack is processed as a modifier on the attack, and so that like if you get a special bonus, then it also affects the damage of the Omega special in kind. But I guess I don't know that's true. So we've got a much more usable special now that it flicks out further than about a foot away from us. Hitch is not terrible. Let's go Apollo. I think Apollo has one of those good Omega Cast explosion boons. We can hope for that. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty solid upgrade.
Shades, you're free.
God, there's a lot of these little dudes. Stop doing stuff to me. I will say, it does not seem like the special pauses enemies for as long as a lot of our, as long as the attack does.
The other evening, we lost contact with you in the deepest level of the Underworld. Soon after, though, our enemies flew into disarray, at least for a while. Your doing, wasn't it? Fine work.
The fact that they all keep saying things like this kind of suggests that Chronos is like mentally doing some amount of active driving on every enemy everywhere, which is kind of crazy. I certainly... So deal a burst of damage before they expire, I think probably will still happen, right? Which is just it'll happen when it explodes. But actually, I kind of think like Nova Flourish might be really good. Yeah, I'm gonna take Nova Flourish.
There. Let me help you. Rest easy now.
Do we get damage values on the Omega? No, we don't. We don't get damage values on it when it's just hitting the ground. Okay, this is the only one of these. Well, let me try to...
We should... Incoming.
Whatever incoming was supposed to I think I short-circuited a Heracles event. That was weird. Weird and potentially not good for us. But yeah, it does seem like the Omega must be affected as the base is affected, because this is getting to be some pretty solid numbers.
Ah, the sorceress returns. Not had your fill of this putrescent atmosphere? Or merely not succeeded yet in breaking the Titan siege?
I'm working. I'm succeeding. It's the multi-step process.
Not succeeded yet. Chronos can replenish his forces as quickly as Olympus can repel them. Have you found any weaknesses in their ranks?
They cannot be permanently slain, are barely susceptible to my most noxious poisons, and are single-minded in their devotion to the Titan Lord. Any of those sound like weaknesses?
Honestly, the single-minded thing. Okay. I don't know that I want to slow down range shots. Like, the range shots that are hard to deal with, the only meaningful way to deal with a lot of them is to, like, lure them to one side and then run away from them. And that would be less effective if they were slower. I kind of think these are all a bummer. I guess I'm going to take Wealth from the Dead.
A curse upon them all.
Yeah, none of those are super compelling. I did give you the first level of gift, right? Where are my peoples? Heracles. These in any kind of order? Oh, you know what? Maybe I have not given her... Oh, she's probably a member of the Unseen. Huh. Did I legitimately just not give her a nectar yet? Well, whatever. We have plenty to spare.
I almost pity our enemies, knowing you shall make them rue each night they dare oppose us, Lady Medea. Please, I wanted you to have this.
The nectar of the gods. Why, this shall be most useful to my work, for the strongest curses come from honeyed words. Here, let me make this worth your while.
From one sorceress to another. Thank you. Death to Chronos, milady.
By your will, sorceress.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Okay, so 2 more. Which 2? So we're looking for things that are going to be good on our cast. I don't particularly like Hera's cast boon, right? Hers is the one that just makes that your cast deal damage to enemies who are spawning, which is like very weird. Yeah, I don't know. Let's take a Poseidon. I think we're getting a Poseidon no matter what, so let's go ahead and get one. And then the question is basically just like, do I want a Hestia? Or do I want another Poseidon?
No time, Shades.
I appreciate that you're not like stuck in the charging animation. You can dash out, but I don't love that you lose all your progress. It just resets you immediately. Cat, would you do something?
Olympus calls.
You see the size of that terrible Typhon, my niece? It has been so long since last we fought that I dare say he's grown still larger in the intervening time. And sneakier as well. All of that shaking here, it was from him.
It's very difficult to believe he snuck up. So, I mean, okay, there is, you know, title ring is something. A bonus when we put the cast down immediately, obviously, still has some impact. Whenever you claim rewards other than boons, hammers, or rare resources. There's not like a ton of things that this works on, but some of them are pretty good. Like a heart's pretty good. I think I might want to take Title Ring, though. Still need some kind of gain. Pretty badly need some kind of gain. Okay, lots of extra elements tonight. Not as good as lots of extra hearts. Alright, do we want to bring in Hestia or do we want to take more early Poseidon? If we get Hestia's gain, it will probably have a hard time keeping up with our rate of spend. If we get Poseidon's gain, I don't remember which one. What does Poseidon's gain do? Hera's gain would be a bad fit for us. Let's take another Poseidon. We're just gotta be, yeah, over here. Okay, our concave stone has now maxed out. This would be a fine time for it to fire.
In the name of Hades.
Although these are not exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, High Surf is good, but I don't really want it at this rarity. I kind of think we might... And I don't love run into an enemy because, obviously, this is going to turn south on us all the time, right? I'm going to actually spend our other reroll already.
Let's try this again.
Okay, Omega Cast gains power and knocks foes away. Okay, and she echoed us High Surf. I mean, even at a low level, High Surf is just lots of free damage. Okay, I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't swear to it in court, but I'm pretty sure that we just saw that Omega explosion happen. So I think blowing up your cast with the Omega special does cause it to behave as an Omega cast explosion. Not just like, but as, which is an important distinction in this case. It's got to be more Nova Flourish, right? 20% more damage. And we are already doing quite well off of the extra money from the Medea boon, I have to say. Okay, that's super welcome. And the fact that the Omega special does multiple overlapping explosions like that means that we can use it to kill things that still have armor. It'll probably do a lot of damage against like Cerberus. Honestly, even Polyphemus maybe. We just badly need a source of gain.
Back to nature.
Your attention?
Some assistance, please. Come on out. Another zeal.
Aphrodite gain would not be terrible.
Something about your gold rewards, in which I've achieved silver status now. Thank you very much, my lord. I'm pleased to be a loyal customer of yours.
What does that mean? Maybe we get a rewards card more frequently now or something?
Olympus, I accept this message.
Yeah, really hard to pass up Glamour Gain here, I think. No max magic, and... Okay. I can do this. I can do this without dying a bunch.
More company.
Well, here we are already, sorceress. Mere moments prior, we were speaking amicably by my cauldron. And yet now it's come to this.
Yeah, you could just let it go.
I know you're to confront me here because of the oath we took, Lady Medea. But the Cyclops hasn't had as good of an excuse.
Come, you've trespassed on his property for one, and he is famished for another. Look at him, he's at a loss for words. Lord Polyphemus, you must say something.
Talking this time. I'll find you. Trying to get it.
And remember not to dash when he throws the stone down, because I need the dash for avoiding the waves off of the stone. Ah, that sucks. Ooh, okay, that time I got hit by the stone directly. Not usually how it goes. Ah, bloody hell. I did it while he was invincible. Man, the music for this fight is so good. Oh. That hits a wide area. Ow. Man, there is no dodging. There's no dodging all those waves.
Vanquished for the night.
When the three stones are so far apart and the waves arrive all staggered like that, what are you supposed to do?
Whoa.
There's probably a way to control where he throws the stones better so that they land closer together. I just need to do a better job of that. But, I mean, on the whole, that was a much better job of controlling things. And I took a beating, but I didn't lose a Death Defiance.
Across a foul-smelling hovel, crudely furnished with assorted fixtures of exaggerated proportion, and strewn with remains both fresh and long decayed, comes a waft of seaborne air.
I smell mostly the decay.
Yeah, it seems like it would be hard to escape. Alright, so, the Blackened Fleece. After you take 250 damage, your Omega moves deal plus 20% damage. I'm assuming that's for the rest of the current room. Or no, currently 140 for the rest of the run, maybe? You just gotta earn... You gotta take a beating until you've earned the strength. Alright, so at this point... we should take something that's going to assist with our boss fighting, but not something that's necessarily going to have no effect on our growth, but also something that's not going to be necessary later. Like, if we do manage to get past Eris, we're probably going to want knuckle bones for higher up the mountain, right? So what would help us fight right now? The experimental hammer might. 10 encounters is tough. I don't know for sure if 10 encounters is going to see us through, because it's like each of those boats has 2 to 3 encounters on it, right? The one when you land and then sometimes you steer twice. Yeah, I don't know that I would trust that. What else might be good? I mean, obviously upgrading our moonbeam thing would be nice. Upgrading our axe rather. We could work on leveling up Ghost Onion and just like earn ourselves some bonus HP in that way. I guess if we're thinking about taking the evil eye up to Typhon, and we have the luckier tooth and the knuckle bones available, we only need one of them to be live for fighting Prometheus, and I would like for it to be the knuckle bones probably. So I guess we could take the luckier tooth again just to like maximize chance to learn the fight. It doesn't level anything up, but
This then.
yeah, let's just try this. We'll have as many heals, as many death defiances as possible. And hopefully we won't need it all. Fingers crossed. And maybe I'll feel sad that I put so many resources into this instead of taking something that advances the run.
Shamblers ahead.
Okay, the damage on that's getting pretty good.
Out of my way.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Play it safe.
Chronos must be getting right sore from all your meetings here, Witchy. But he ain't learned a proper lesson yet. Much as it must be nice flattening him, starting to wonder what's the plan here besides that.
A pretty large amount of damage versus armor. I mean, Smithy Rush is always at least good.
Fine work as always.
I think our elements are all over the place, right? Well, kind of a lot of water and air. Okay, iron. Good, good, good. We need iron. I don't think these guys are used to getting outranged like that.
Some iron.
That is a compelling amount of damage. All right, let's see if we can get lucky on a transform here.
Transform.
Pretty lucky.
Hear me, on my authority.
Okay. After your Omega cast expires, like obviously Prominence Flare at common is not where you want to see it. I will say Lucid Gain is very strong, but I think like it's either Light Smite or Prominence Flare. The weaken is still useful, and yeah, so which of these do we want? I am certainly going to take some damage. This is 10 damage every 0.13 seconds for 2 seconds. It's a little weird that it's 0.13 seconds. It's a little harder to calculate. But that's still a significant amount of damage. Yeah.
I never get accustomed to this light.
And then we do have a shop here for after we pull our next reward. I wonder, should I take the gold here? Nah. I'm just thinking, like, you know, to be able to shop here and then also be able to shop at the shop. Boy, that even started the big fire. Okay. 30 extra damage on the title ring. The problem is that the title ring hits immediately, and mostly the foes are going to be taking the Omega, the explosion half. Like, obviously, it's good for us to drop it on people, and title ring will certainly benefit us a lot if we manage to get one of the ranged methods of distributing it. And it is 30 damage. Although this works out to be more than 30 total damage. Yeah, you know what? Prominence Flare is probably okay, actually. Okay, armor. Well, I feel like it's boons and boons, right? At 7 and 8 encounters, I wouldn't expect either of these to arrive before the fight with what's-her-face. But maybe that's okay. I'm hopeful that we will survive it, and I don't want to spend that much money on them. I do want to have money left over for the shop, you know. Wow, look at the range on that now. Great work, Tula. Way to participate. Okay. So weak afflicted foes take more damage is obviously very good. Sweet Surrender is pretty great. But Spiritual Affirmation at Epic is always going to feel like a slam dunk, I think.
Wow.
Right? Ooh. And then Double Boom. All I gotta do is manage not to get myself killed. I think we do not piss off Poseidon while on the ship. Oh, we're actually not on the ship. Well, that's interesting. Then maybe we do piss off Poseidon.
Discerning taste.
Are we on 3 fire? We're not, right? Yeah. How likely do I think it is that I'm going to be able to maintain perfect image against, like, real enemies? I'm going to take the self-healing. We'll get a fire somewhere.
Apollo's light.
I'd not have made that choice if I were you, but then if I were you, I wouldn't still be me, so... you get my drift.
And there'd be nobody to punish me for making the choice.
I'm sorry, Uncle Poseidon. He's angry with me now.
Okay, his little thing is pursuing me at a rate that is actually making my life a little bit challenging here. I don't know why I put that there. That's not going to harm anybody. Okay, that's kind of interesting. You can start holding down the charge button, and you can start holding down the special button. It'll throw the special out, and then you can dash between the initial attack and the start of the special charge, and then finish the charge at the new location. That's kind of useful.
Had so much vengeance on the mind, I let you have a little taste back there. Fear not. Only our enemies shall be getting the full course.
Okay, Wave Strike is like nothing for us. Your Omega moves. Launch a wide wave ahead that knocks the knock foes away. Is this good? Knock foes away is so hard to read. I will say that the explosion on the stuff tends to knock people all over the place anyway. We're probably making it harder for them to eat Prominence Flare if we take Ocean Swell, and to be perfectly honest with you, I kind of want the health off Buried Treasure. Alright, we got like one health item there and a bunch of other currencies. I mean, it's not nothing.
I know this place.
Twigs, silk of spider, tooth of shark. Oh, hello! So what is even happening there at the Mountain of the Gods? Some nights, great plumes of flame appear on the horizon, and storm clouds, terrible as ever I have seen.
The source of these phenomena is a two-pronged assault on Mount Olympus. The Titan Prometheus and his raiders, and the monster Typhon himself. I'm headed to face them.
Good heavens, you mean face them all, Poppet? Although perchance the perils you confront beneath the earth are even worse. Let me protect you then, as best I can.
The spiritual benefit your animal familiar provides is stronger this night. Extra death defiance. 15% more weapon damage and 15% more health. Obviously, was very good last time. It will remain very good. Heal 50% now, and all healing effects are stronger this night. So, I think I'm gonna take Word of Greater Girth, but Primal Psychic Connection's very compelling. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this. I'm actually like, so what? This will provide us an extra 40% of our max HP one time. This provides us 40% of the 15% on each Death Defiance. So the amount of health they provide probably isn't all that different in the end, and this one gives us damage. It also probably makes my collision size larger, so I may get hit by some stuff that wouldn't have otherwise hit me. But you know, I'm a big fan of more damage. Okay, this thing is stuck, which is the reason it hasn't caught up to me yet. In this case, I think we can absolutely just take a boon over over the heart, especially if it might be a boon that gives us fire.
Bunch them up for me, hey?
We have this.
Yeah, I can do some amount of that. There we go. That's teamwork. Oh, God.
How goes it?
Okay, pretty glad to see the cat get the last kill, too.
On my authority.
So Supernova is really good. The Light Smite means that I will have my self-heal available for the difficult upcoming fight. I think we gotta take Light Smite. It's certainly not a bad boon by any means anyway.
A sudden surge.
Oh, you've grown a bit. I mean, I'm not imagining it, am I? Hey, since normally I don't quite have to crane my neck this much to look at you.
Just a bit of magic, courtesy of Circe the Enchantress. A temporary boost of strength, though with what seems to be a noticeable side effect.
It's not a bad thing. I just couldn't help but notice. And now I'm staring. And now I'm going to stop. Here you go. Whichever you want.
Listen, I get who doesn't like Big Lady. Your Omega moves deal bonus damage in an area around foes they hit. It's hard to not take that. I wish Hazard Boom dealt the bonus damage when the cast expires rather than 4 seconds after you press cast. Because syncing it up with all of our other effects would make it really easy to dodge. But I think we can take Explosive Intent here and feel pretty okay about it. It does mean we're casting our Omega specials for 40 magic each, which is not small, but it's pretty good.
Aye.
Thank you.
I better go.
Okay, and I'm feeling pretty built up. I'm feeling pretty strong for the Ares fight. We shall just have to see what the horrible, horrible twist is.
Now, distant shores upon which proudly rests the Mountain of the Gods have suddenly grown near, and the Black Flagship is prepared to send the princess there.
The coast is dead ahead.
Okay, that's a fine level up, I think.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Ooh. So foes that have recently struck me, 9 seconds. Because I think the only thing we have that dazes is the revenge effect. But foes that have struck me take a whole hell of a lot of damage if struck from behind. I mean, I think it's worth going after.
So bright.
So bright indeed.
Salutations.
All right, let's see if we can earn something or maybe just get ourselves horribly embarrassed. I have so much HP and 5 Death Defiances. We might leave the fight a little ragged, but I should be able to get to the other side of it, I would think.
Get a load of this. See anything different about me, babe? Probably not. I haven't changed a bit. But
Oh no.
has is the adamant rail. I mean, just look at it.
This is the form of the adamant rail that I used to beat the 32 heat challenge.
That must be someone else's aspect of the rail. Perhaps you did or said something to make it change its form. Though this could have been my doing as well.
There you go. Always trying to take all the credit for yourself. Well, the rail doesn't answer to you, it answers to me. And I've already figured out all the new stuff it can do.
Okay, this could be a little bit scary.
Now watch this.
Oh, okay. New stuff? Cool new stuff. I actually want to be a little bit careful about getting too far away from her. Yeah, a lot of our ability to quickly defend ourselves is going to be based on, changing sides relative to her suddenly.
Special delivery.
You know what? We can blow these guys up pretty fast, I think. And still hit her for quite a bit. Oh, the cowardice. She's spending very little time on the ground. If I'm staying near her, she is weak, at least. Oh, do not want to stand close to those. Those are a problem. There we go. Got a pretty decent one there. She moves out of it right as we're about to... I mean, I'm still hitting her with the Omega specials, And they are certainly still doing damage. Honestly, I don't think this is nearly as bad of a gain in difficulty as the Medea addition to the Polyphemus fight.
Nice try.
Okay, let her just lay out the minefield. Damn it, stop moving.
Return to shadow now?
Yeah, the shadow will come and get you for sure.
The realm grows stronger.
Yeah, that's really not that bad, actually.
Let's get you someplace safe.
And it's an extremely cool idea to have somebody else who's wielding the arms be able to unlock the cool hidden forms of them. I assume the ones in this game also have cool hidden forms. We're just not far enough along in the unlocks to have seen that yet. Okay, so I super did not need the tooth. Almost goes beyond words how much I did not need that tooth. There's a part of me that says maybe we take the knuckle bones. There's a part of me that says we need to advance our strength against Typhon. Path of Stars upgrade would be probably pretty helpful. Arcana cards is it's very difficult to guess exactly what you'll get. But like maybe forcing a Path of Stars upgrade. We could also try to force. We could pull a boon from somebody else if we. Who do we have a common boon from that we would really want to change? Smithy Rush going up a level would be fine. Rarifying a Poseidon boon would be pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the Poseidon keepsake yet.
Which keepsake now?
No, I do. We can start working these up, rarifying these. We could take the Blackened Fleece. Leveling this up, I think, is actually probably very, very powerful. Yeah, and it'll set me up to do some real damage. Is it as good as 5 extra stars? I mean, I do just want to level stuff up as well. All right, I'm going for it. Hopefully we will not pay a terrible, terrible price. We got some Hermes boons incoming. New additions real soon. We'll get my cat, actually. Hey, you. Let's play the video game. This is weird.
Predictable.
For you.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Ooh, can we hit an 8? We can hit an 8. I'm taking it. It's a tall order, but it's an achievable order. Here, as badly as I always want more health, I do think we probably have to take this.
Take me away. There they are.
Special delivery.
It was nice of the harpy to just sort of walk around the obstacle into the attack.
The possibilities.
Alright, so what are we looking at here? During your hex, you move and strike faster. During hex, gain plus 1% damage until per foe slain until you use it again. Death Defiance recharges your hex. 10% chance to crit. Well, I think I do probably want Alacrity, and then Stillness also seems pretty okay. So I think let's go this way. An extra half second, 40% charged, an extra half second, doing my thing. And then after using it, minus 2% damage for the rest of the encounter versus another half second. I think let's take that.
I walked the path.
If we see one more path, we should then be able to get at least to the stillness.
Good tidings.
And here is a man offering a lot of water boons, which is not necessarily what I'm after. It's hard to tell if anybody's taken the Prominence Flare as it is. We could Sea Star. I mean, I still don't have an attack boon. I'm not using my attack. So the thing is, against the enemies that this matters most against, like bosses and stuff, it won't push anybody anywhere, and it's just extra damage. It does mean that I am now paying 45 magic per special, Omega special, but okay, 6 water, 6 air.
More shaking.
Sorry, y'all, that was me. It was a load-bearing pot. Wow, that really does do some damage, though. It's not infinite. I'll tell you what, I charge up my hex pretty fast. Well, I mean, Sudden Cleaver is just, like, obviously correct. Obviously correct on, like, a bunch of axes. Okay, Poseidon Boon. Yep, we take Poseidon Boon. That seems pretty alright. Safety, no action. All right. Yeah, the area that affects is pretty serious.
That light. In the name of Hades.
Okay. Hydraulic Might is, like, very unimpressive. We don't have any rerolls. I don't want Breaker Rush. So, mostly what I'm doing here is I'm taking Water Boom number 7, right? I guess Sea Star me.
Better.
And then this is probably Air Boon number 7.
I'd like a word with Lord Hephaestus about you.
Pretty good amount of damage considering how long the fight's been going. Ow.
Save it for Prometheus next time.
We do put some numbers down in this build.
Hear me on my authority.
Supernova's pretty good. Perfect image. It's so hard to know how valuable perfect image is because I just like sometimes I maintain and I'm able to do that thing. I don't know that I trust it.
Apollo's light.
And Supernova will certainly make it easier to fight some of the rooms between here and there. So that's air 7, water 7. But this should be air 8.
Automatons.
Sure are. Guess what, everybody? Pretty solid build.
You know, cousin, one thing you and Hephaestus have in common is you don't seem to get a lot of sun. I often try to coax him from his cave, and while I usually fail, not this time.
It may be well the witchy catches on to your routine. Now make yourself useful over here. Let's start sticking these summer right where you don't get a lot of sun.
It's hard for me to believe that that is anywhere. So the obvious downside of Rude Awakening is that it has the whatever type that is, which is not going to activate my Tall Order. So we're taking Epic Perfect Image, it turns out.
That was my boon.
Yeah, Tall Order is pretty okay. It's going to help. Oh my god, so many just like raw misses. What am I doing? There we go. Gotta get a little bit of control going.
Into the purse.
I picked this flower for you. Okay. Well, we certainly will create lots of heartthrobs, and I end up running close to the enemies to deliver my cast anyway, so that's probably okay. I do think there's some value to Broken Resolve. Assuming that that stacks additively. Like, it's nearly a 50% damage reduction from any foe that's near me. Yeah, actually, maybe we should take the Broken Resolve. Just like, I'm just thinking about like the damage that we're going to be dealing to Typhon and stuff.
I see something of use.
What am I doing? You can't...
Some adamant.
You cannot, in fact, mine that with the axe, no matter how much sense that might make. Okay, well, I guess I'll take another heart. I'm not opposed to another heart. I certainly don't think we need more money. Where's the real stuff? Huh? Unsure. Why did I lay that down so far in the corner? Okay, I think we still have a transform left.
What's good here?
I do love another boon. I especially love it being delivered after 3 encounters, but I think that still might be after the boss fight, honestly. It's not very much to rush it. You know what? Rush it.
I need this right away.
You found me!
Okay. 15 life per water boon, obviously, is bananas. Boon effects that recharge over time recharge faster. For us, this is just the dash thing, right? Yeah, I think we just take water fitness. The water fitness is really good. I think we just go to 500 HP. Is there anything else that I want from this? We could buy the shield charm, I suppose. Have that rushed in as well. We have a lot of money, and I think the shop is coming up soon. Fun. Okay. It's kind of a lot of enemies. When the Drake comes over here, we'll pop our hacks. Wow, okay, still going. Ow, I'm stuck on the wall. Oh, God. Okay, I kind of thought that might happen. Given the intensity of that chamber.
Transform.
Okay, that transform feels like a whiff. We sure do have a lot of max magic, though, huh?
You've seen what plagues us at the summit, haven't you? The source of all the tremors. Almost as though the mountain itself quakes with fear. We need a plan.
It turns out I have one.
The gods have stood against Typhon before. Wasn't it a well-placed thunderbolt from Zeus that did him in?
Tales of valor and deeds of valor are not always one and the same. Then let us lure this Typhon toward the summit, where our strength combined with yours is the best opportunity we have. And please, take care, cousin.
Yeah, and if the rest of you want to show up to the battle, like, that would be totally sick. Just so we're all clear. Do I want to prime 125 of my 220 magic away for an extra Death Defiance? I probably want to Righteous Pike, honestly. Or like Defensive Posture. 2 seconds of imperviousness every 13 seconds is still a lot of extra survivability. But Righteous Pike is 200 damage every 2 throws. I mean, that's a pretty small increase to our damage. I will say that. Yeah, maybe the ability to just kind of like not get comboed to death. Maybe I'm over-focusing on our defense given our offense, or maybe our offense is exactly the reason I should be focusing this much on our defense. But in any case, here we go, a shopping.
Tula, go for it. It's over.
And hey, look at you. Oh, you're very adorable.
What are you doing all the way up here? Good luck with your mission.
Okay, I guess we don't get to bond. The first time we see him, even though we have unlocked the ability to bond with him. That's fine.
Oh, there you are.
Alright, I think we're just taking Hydraulic Might here because it does upgrade our water fitness. And I'll take some bones.
I can use this for trade.
And I will hold this gold. I can't see that being useful. Alright, just play defensively.
It may have taken all your
Be smart, think.
but they were able to resist the monster Typhon's wrath, despite the blunders that you made. Yet now you hurry back.
I realize this must be complicated for you, as someone whose loyalties are mostly to an eagle, but I am not about to let that thing destroy everything my family built.
I don't know if it's a good burn, but it is a funny burn.
You ought to choose your loyalties with greater care, not let them be decided by birthright. Well then, come on. You have a summit and a family to protect.
And then, as always, Prometheus is right in the end. I thought it was going to stop dashing. I thought it only did 3. Ow. Oh, fuck. Mid, top,
Visions of
mid.
flame.
2 ashes. Here then.
There's the kick. It's a pretty serious dodge. There we go. I keep stepping in right as he does that.
You gods have much to answer for.
Okay, bottom, mid, mid, top, mid. Mid, mid, top, and mid. Easy. I had to get a little bit of magic back here. Which means I just need to spend time close to him. Ah, you coward. I don't know why I dropped that cast there. That's a terrible position for it.
I've done my part here, just as you did yours. For this was bound to happen as it did.
Yeah, I mean, mathematically.
There it is.
I'm not trying to say I didn't have to play well. Obviously, it helps to play well, but also the numbers were very much on my side. All right, let's level up that evil eye.
All right.
Beyond the fires on the heights of Mount Olympus lies the solitary pathway to the summit, on which stands a fortress stronger than the mightiest of gods and titans both.
And past that, the Palace of Zeus.
Alright, it is definitely still possible for me to take a lot of damage climbing from here. I'm not super tight on the enemy patterns and everything. Like, I do need to stay focused. For example, what if I just took damage literally immediately? Yeah, okay, so it feels to me like that projectile must ignore the iframes and the dash, because I think I got hit more than once dashing through it there.
What is all this?
Okay, weird stuff. I do enjoy the weird stuff. But this leveled up to 15, I'm assuming? Or it was 20, so leveled up to 25, right? 15 would have been quite a level up. Wanted to leave those things over on the island by themselves because I do not trust the little spike orb.
Next floor. I
don't like either one of you.
Kind of thought it might be them. Okay, so their ability to go underground and thus ignore all of the meaningful effects of the cast is something I was not really thinking about. That's a little problem. I'd love to get them together. Okay, I think the cat killed it while I was charging up my Omega.
I'll deal with your father next. In the name of Hades.
So at this point, Rude Awakening is your blast effects from Hephaestus clear days and deal more damage when they do. But we have the backstab thing on the dazes isn't going to be relevant against the only boss, or the only enemy left that I'm really afraid of. So I guess Rude Awakening makes sense to take then. A little bit more money. Tula, you are doing such excellent work. Some of these rooms are remarkably simple.
Go, Tula. No escape.
Ooh.
It's a storm gullet.
That's a cool looking fish. Do I need to put myself in extra danger for $100 right now? I mean, sometimes there's a lot of cool stuff in the shop.
By my father's name. Gone.
Okay, I took like 20 damage for that. That's not a good trade probably.
A few more floors.
Ow. I was trying to get past it. Okay, that's a very distracting thing to happen. Yeah, well, it is unquestionably the case that camera movement got me hit because I dashed to the right as the camera pulled, and I could not see that there was an enemy there to steer around, so that sucks a bunch. Do I think... Gosh, what do I think here? Because I don't think that Hephaestus's attack boon is going to be very good for me. I don't know exactly what it is I would want from Hephaestus, but I also think the benefit of this hex is kind of marginal, actually. This is not really working out to be super powerful. So...
What is this?
Oh, this is new? Oh, that's cool. Ow. Well, I did run into it. I'll give it that. Okay. A lot of big explosions. I hit my two allotted free money drops very quickly. Real low on magic. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think that was a pretty good sight read of a monster fight.
This is all one being.
15 armor. Well, you know what? The attack causing 400 damage, 400 bonus damage. I could weave an attack in every 8 seconds. That's probably fine.
My silver.
The enemies of all-seeing Typhon cannot possibly escape his rancor, for his eyes are everywhere upon him, red with rage, and searching endlessly, piercing the very soul.
I can definitely see how that would be a more frustrating fight with a proper, like, a melee weapon. Because
Nearly there now.
if you're not really careful about your footwork, you're going to take hits from the eye while it's rolling around. Just, like, get too close to it, especially with the weapons that step you forward while you're comboing. Buying extra nightmare would be so good.
Can't shake the feeling that I failed you here. I was supposed to figure out what Gramps was up to, but I wasn't quick enough. So now you're fighting Typhon face to face.
Lord Hermes, we'll have to go through everything that could have turned out differently once all of this is over. But for now, our present matters seem more urgent than the past.
I know, you're right. It's just I'm starting to accept that all of this is what Gramps wanted to achieve. First capture the 3 Fates so they can't mess with him, then wake up Typhon so he can mess with us. Then take over everything.
You didn't know all the details, but long since figured out Chronos was up to something big. Had you not acted swiftly then, I wouldn't be here now. We wouldn't have this chance.
I prefer guarantees to chances, Em, but hey, you're right. We do the best we can with what we've got. See you.
See you.
All right. We do get to buy out the rest of the shop pretty trivially.
Olympus, I accept this message.
I don't think I want to replace anything. Extra dose doesn't really do anything. I definitely don't want to lose the weaken effect. Yeah, no, I'm quite happy with our stuff here, actually. Well, okay. Actually, Solar Ring. It wouldn't break my. It wouldn't break my well, what's it called? Tall Order. It's not so much extra damage. I don't know. I'm just gonna take the thing. I don't want to mess with it.
Were you expecting someone far less beautiful, or did you somehow know it was me? Perhaps you could hear my heart beating all the way from where you are.
Okay, she still has a boon left. That could be very good for us. Okay, that's interesting. A chance to... So 18% dodge chance. I think I'll take it. I was thinking the one that makes you deal more damage to people who are weakened, because obviously Typhon's going to be weakened literally the entire fight. But I'll take 18% dodge. That's fine. And then there's no reason not to go in with absolutely full health. But honestly, if we'd been able to buy the nightmare, I might have traded it all for the nightmare. Because I have faith. I have faith in this build. Alright, you big terrifying monster.
Hiding your life force? How much you had when you lied dead.
It's a fair point. Okay, he's retreated. Swing. Charge up. I went way late there, or way early rather, sorry, and they just kind of gave it to me.
Let's see how you like this, you monster.
There he is.
It would be kind of neat if different gods could help you out. If it, like, depended more on the ones that you had in your run, you know?
We'll hold the palace. Keep him occupied.
Doing my best. Okay. Disengage mode here. Okay, I managed to prevent one hatch.
So this is how monsters
Oh,
are
that's
made.
a shitty one to have happen. Ow. Yeah. Second here. That's a headbutt. Oh, still got hit. I think I dashed too early.
He's losing his grip.
And then I dashed too early. Oh. I'm taking so much bad damage here. Yeah, a lot of bad hits from the laser. But again, the math was just, it was so strong. Casts did 133,000 damage over the course of the run. Pretty solid. Typhon, 300. 300. Come on, man. All right.
Another void lens.
Is that what we're calling these? Oh, I thought that was a description point.
To all my family on the mountain, let me pass. That's the sun.
Still awfully pretty.
Ahead lies the well-hidden and protected palace of the king and queen of all the gods, that stronghold from which Olympus has fought back against all too many terrible foes.
Keep holding on.
If I could be, like, to be perfectly honest with you, at Rivals 2 here, I kind of think the Medea fight is maybe the one that I expect to have the most trouble with. I wouldn't say that it's harder than the Typhon fight, but you're going to be so much weaker when you get to it that it might be harder relative to the strength of your build. By the time you get to Typhon, you're pretty mighty.
We welcome you.
And obviously that doesn't mean that I have always defeated him clearly, but, you know.
We got that monstrous fiend once more, young lady, thanks most certainly to you. Such courage in the face of catastrophe. And our palace remains safe and secure, and further reinforced should Typhon try for us again.
You were splendid, my dear. Had things grown any more dire, we were preparing for a last resort a son of ours developed. But the cost of it is high indeed. Thus, you have saved us in more ways than one.
It's my pleasure to have been of service to our family, Queen Hera, and to see the wonders of these halls once more. Perhaps we may yet permanently dissuade Typhon soon.
And what do you have in mind on that account? Our own research has yet to yield the force that could take Typhon without also taking this entire mountain down. He's even fiercer now than when he first attacked us long ago.
I've gathered useful specimens of Typhon's flesh, and we've been studying how we can use it in our craft. But we don't yet have meaningful progress to share.
Oh, come now. Driving back that monster more than once is progress meaningful enough. My lord husband thought that your first such victory could have simply been a fluke.
Now, what I said, dear wife, was that a single victory against Typhon did not prove more such victories could be achieved. But now you've demonstrated otherwise, Melinoi, and spurred our hope that we shall rid ourselves of this foul menace soon enough.
King Zeus, Queen Hera, by your leave I ought return with what I found, in case it leads to new discoveries about how we can do just that. Thank you all for your continued aid.
You have our gratitude in kind.
It's good to see you again, cousin. Just as I was beginning to fear my song would be tonight's sole source of cheer.
Lord Apollo, good to see you too. Please give my regards to the others. I would have liked to meet, but I'd best be getting back.
Of course, you must be on your last legs. The others surely would have liked to see you too, especially your grandmother, but they couldn't leave their posts. Please accept our apologies, and let us help you to return.
Tell Lady Demeter and everyone I wish them well. Goodbye for now, everyone. May you be safe and well when next we meet. Return to Shadow now.
You know, I said that it would be cool to see different gods intervene in the Typhon fight based on like who's actually part of your run. But there's also a part of me that kind of wishes nobody intervened. Because there is certainly the implication that the Olympian gods are kind of like making a big noise but not necessarily doing a lot of work as regards the whole crisis, that they're all sort of sitting back in whatever safety zone they've carved out for themselves and letting everybody else, hoping somebody else is going to do what needs to be done, and that's the reason things have gotten as bad as they are. And I do think that the fact that Zeus actually does appear in the fight, although to be clear, in perfect safety, like, and only helping the very slightest amount, it does undercut that somewhat. I'm not saying that I'm sure that's what they're going for. I'm like 50-50 on it right now. But I do think the implication would be stronger if he didn't bother to show up at all.
I never imagined I'd see the Palace of Zeus with my own eyes. But I'm glad I'm back.
Or, I don't know, like if he's free enough to be able to come down to the monster fight, but only to just like throw some stuff and then he goes back home immediately. Does that maybe actually speak more strongly to him not really having a lot that he's engaged with?
You know how
I
late
don't know.
it is. So hold on, how is it you're going after the Titan of Time way down below, but he's also attacking Olympus way up top? Is he two separate guys or just the one?
Chronos isn't attacking Olympus personally, Dora. He's just sending his legions there. He has a dangerous commander leading the assault, a different Titan called Prometheus.
A different Titan called Prometheus? Prometheus. Huh.
Yes, the Titan of Foresight. Even you probably know the tale of his punishment for stealing from the gods.
Okay, even you. Come on now.
No, it's... I think... Nah, don't worry about it. See you later, Mel.
That's curious, though.
You sure?
Prometheus.
Indeed.
No need to be concerned. I wonder, did the weavings of the fates foretell that I would knock the father of all monsters down the mountain last night? He didn't see it coming, at least.
No, not as such. The weavings of the fates tend not to be precise in their detail, which I know can make them a bit confounding. But I salute your victory, Princess. I'd like to think that I foretold it, even if the fates did not.
You knew I'd vanquish Typhon.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Such a mess.
Oh, I'm warning you. You better cut this out, Trouble. Messing with Chronos, messing with Typhon, messing everything up. That's supposed to be my job.
You clearly did your job already. I'm in the process of undoing it. Much like how I often pick up after you here.
Well, you're not gonna. And even if you do, you'll look back on this and wish things were as interesting as they are now.
I wouldn't mind if things were boring for a change.
I would.
So she would take a nectar. There's stuff to unlock. We got to start digging into these relationships at some point. How much nectar do I have on me? Because she's a character who does not always appear here. Yeah, let's go ahead and gift her.
But you already got me one of these. Don't you have anything else? Only messing with you, babe. I'll get you back for this sometime, okay?
Please don't. I mean, I just wanted you to have it since I know you have a taste for this stuff, but it's been harder to come by. Anyway. Hail, Strife.
Same to you.
I can't imagine that, like, you know, turning her toward us a little bit more, making better friends, or however you want to put it, is really going to have all that much of an effect. She's certainly not going to stop trying to kill me.
Chronos must believe he has the upper hand now that Olympus has the father of all monsters bearing down on them night after night. But he has made a grave mistake.
Typhon cannot be controlled. If he no longer had Olympus to contend with, he would probably come after Chronos next. There must be some way we can redirect his rage.
If not his rage, the very nature of his being. I have always taught you that our craft is never to be used for destruction alone. But no rule is immutable. Let us use our enemy's strengths against them, to rid us of them all.
Disintegration of monstrosity.
I mean, that does sound like a pretty good idea.
Typhon does not belong in this world.
Okay, we can push the Vow of Rivals up to the next level now, of course. So this requires 2 more V lenses, an extra bit of Z sand, so we have to go back and get 1 more of those at least. And then, of course, some unknown. Who can say? Alright, we'll work on it. Update the Wretched Broker to bestow chaos in exchange for cycling. That's not really a high priority for me. This, I think, is probably worth spending resources on.
By will of night shall I confront my fiercest foes. Pure potential.
We do have the iron for the Arisen Troves. I mean, we had a lot of money last run, but that's not the same thing as always having enough money. A Fountain Island in the Rift of Thessaly, probably not like the highest priority for my Driftwood and Iron spending, I think. I think I like the Troves better. Gotta get some cattails. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit this.
Come night, reveal the guarded treasures of this realm. So mote it be.
Is that opened? Okay, nothing new.
What's going on?
Nemesis is not around. We're still waiting on some stuff from here. We do have a lot of bones.
Nemesis must have a head start.
Success. So there you were, alone atop the rain-soaked mountain, when out of the dark came a roar so deafening it shook Olympus to its roots. And with it came Typhon himself, more vengeful even than before. What then, goddess?
Same thing as last time. I cut his face off with a giant axe.
We fought. I prevailed. Oh, blast. I was supposed to weave a yarn. He kept trying to crush me with his chin, but I evaded and clambered to the top of his head, where I drove the Sister Blade's limb and Oros into his brain.
Oh, quite gruesome at the end there, I like it. My only criticism, if I may, is that all too many tales involving huge monstrosities resolve that way. What if he were to swallow you whole, only for you to cut yourself out of his gullet?
I was just getting to that part.
The way his tongue is rooted in his mouth, I'm not sure if that... Okay. I don't need to spend a lot of time thinking about this.
All grown up. Olives.
Okay, I do need some nightshade. These will grow into slithering stalks. You know what? Let's go ahead and see. I'm sure we'll need whatever it turns into eventually. So I don't think I picked up any Psyche. Well, we have 329. I do have quite a lot. But it's the darkness, in fact, that is the holdup on that. And it doesn't look like there's anything super pressing down here. We have now unlocked the ability to hit the first of Skelly's milestones just off of the Vow of Rivals, which we're probably going to try to do on the next run here.
I try not to dwell on what shall happen if and when all this is finally over, Commander. I know I ought to be completely focused on the task, but as we near a potential end, I cannot help but think ahead.
Well, stop it. How many times have I told you, never think ahead, kiddo? No good is ever gonna come of that. The here and now is all that counts.
You're truly saying one should never plan?
Wait a
But you're a
minute.
commander.
Didn't we see
Anticipation
this?
and strategy are integral to martial leadership.
If you're always doing good right now, you're always doing good later. That's all there is to it. Now quit with your worrying.
Huh.
Okay.
That's weird. I think we've seen that dialogue before. Maybe...
More to
I
the
don't know.
vow of rivals now.
Ooh, okay. Well, hold on. Where's the bone weapon? So we do have the aspect of Momus that we've been rocking. Of course, the aspect of Millinois is fully upgraded. Bonus power for your specials, obviously, very, very good. We are a single lotus short of the aspect of Circe, which allows us to form a psychic leash with our familiar that does damage to foes. Okay, that's really interesting, considering that we have not a lot of control over the familiar's position during combat. But so who is this after? Okay, well that seems like some pretty easy nightmare to get. But we'll probably turn up the level of rivals anyway, just to see. And I think we can leave the rest of the planning for next time. Right now, I'm feeling pretty good about that outcome. I'm going to go celebrate. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, hopefully, another victory in the books. We could use a 6th handful of sand, it turns out. And we'll see you then.